Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman. This is a video going out to Melissa Jenna, Awareness and Responsibility, on the topic of recycling electronic parts and consumer responsibility and who does what, maybe. I guess what I found really interesting was, I had to put tape over my logo. YouTube policy. I didn't want to get in trouble for anything. But NPR did an excellent article on electronic recycling and where it goes, because a lot of companies were saying, yeah, we recycle. People would take their products down there, get them torn apart, and here they found they were getting sent to third world countries. And I'll post the article in the description box below. But there's probably 5 things that influence both awareness and responsibility that we may not realize at first. And I think that a lot of times people just don't know what to do because with social media and the internet, people are flooded with a lot of information that they need to process. And some, if they researched it further, if they took the time, would really care about it and really feel that they should do something. Others maybe just are too busy to do that. So the 5 things that really influence both awareness and responsibility are misinformation, information, money, and money. So those 5 things. So information comes out. A person needs to sift through all of that. Could it be misinformation? Because there are a lot of special interest groups, a lot of, money, a lot of politics, and a lot of propaganda that folks need to sift through. And sometimes it's really hard. And I noticed some commenters commented on the viral Kony video. They said, there were some discrepancies. Of course, that video went viral. It was made to be a 10-minute video within the attention span of viewers. So it had to crunch everything in, and it had to be snappy, and it had to be made for media specifically. If they ran a 50-minute documentary on it, very few people would have watched it all the way through. I can't even get people to watch a 3-minute video. Well, it's probably part me delivery, but anyways. So I guess there's a whole bunch of things. And you have neoconservatives, and you have leftists, like Rush Limbaugh's, the Al Gores, and all that comes into play. You have people who are anti-corporation, so a product might come out. Whether the product works or not, they don't care. They're anti-corporation, so they will find anything and everything wrong with that product, file false consumer complaints, and today that's changed dramatically due to social media. Companies constantly, if they're in the right, have to battle against those ideas of misinformation about the product much harder than they would have before. And if a product goes awry and things happen, the credibility of the company definitely goes down through social media. They used to say that, on a customer complaint, you're going to tell 10 of your friends. Now you can reach about 100,000 people. Like, that's just old news now. It's a lot more than that with social media. So there's a lot of money to be made, a lot of money to be lost, and the special interest groups a lot of times will end up maybe manipulating the information. So everybody wants everybody to go green, but I would ask, where's all that money going, and who's receiving that money for that, and what is the incentive for me not to go green? Who's giving money to government for that, and where is that money going? And who's receiving money for that? who's buying politicians, who are politicians working for, who are funding the super PACs, everything. And a lot of times, if you're just Joe Schmo going to work every day, you need to do that. You need to pay your bills. You need to eat. You need to raise your kids. And you need to constantly sift through all these things. So while we might be out of conscious buying green things, however, we may be supporting wars in Afghanistan and Iraq that kill much more people than it would be if you had a chemical in your plastic. You know, so I think on a global scale, from the whole of it, it's just one messy soup of information, misinformation, money, money, and money. So if you find out where everything's going and you find out from many different sources, and you took the time to do that, maybe you can get more involved. But some people, unfortunately, they just don't have time until it absolutely affects them in a negative way or a financial way to where they absolutely put their foot down and make a choice. Like me, I might agree with the 1% in some ways, uh, but I don't think that corporations are necessarily always in the wrong and always evil. However, definitely money is a huge influence of which way and which direction both politics, government, consumer, regulation, corporations, uh, money comes into play a lot. So I wouldn't worry too much about your eyebrows. Uh, if you listened and worried constantly about what your commenters are telling you, you'd never make a video. So I think that, um, yeah, people would like to be informed as long as it's good information and not manipulated for some special interest. So there's all kinds of extremist groups out there, not only in religion, but also in secular society, that try to influence all these things. And they will even cause problems in a negative way uh, to make believe that the problem is actually bigger than it is. And we see that happening all the time. So, very enjoyable video. I like your videos. Take care. Remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.